You know the saying that one man's trash is another man's treasure? That's exactly what's going on in this video here. I was inspired by the Shell Bizzle channel, which is not a natural hair channel at all, but she was like, oh, this can work for any type of channel. I said, okay, bet. Basically, there are a lot of things that I recommend on this channel. These are things that I either directly just hype up like crazy, or things that I've just purchased time and time and time again. And people kind of clock that and realize that. But just because I like that thing doesn't mean that everybody likes that thing. So in today's video, I'm going to be reading some horrible reviews of the things that I love, that I cherish, that I adore. Hello everyone, Kayla here, and this is What the Kink, a natural hair channel where I share my personal hair journey and tips, tricks, and product reviews to help you with your own. And we talking about product reviews, but not reviews by me, okay? So the first thing that I want to reach back into my video files and bring up is the wet brush. Y'all know I put a lot of y'all on to the wet brush, and even though I don't currently own a wet brush, I love it. Okay, I absolutely love the brand, and if I didn't have all the brushes that I have now, I would go and buy myself another wet brush. I really do like it. So the first review I want to read from on the wet brush is a 3-star review, and it's titled Disappointed. The first time I used this brush, I thought it was awesome. My hair is very tangled and it hurts to brush, and this brush didn't hurt at all. We're starting off good. After a few uses, I realized it doesn't hurt because it doesn't do a good job taking out knots. After I use it, I have to run my fingers through my hair to detangle it. I will be buying a new brush. So this person was saying that they have to run their fingers through their hair after they've already brushed their hair because it's not taking the knots out. I feel like, you know, this could probably be avoided because whenever I use my wet brush, I always run my fingers through my hair before I brush it with the brush. And that's more so to unblock the pathway and make it more smooth, and then I brush through to really catch the shed hairs. And I don't know why it's not catching their shed hairs. Maybe it's because of their hair type or whatever, but I've never had a problem with it catching my hairs. But that's not it, y'all. I have another review. This one is also a 3-star review. I personally like 3-star reviews because it's like you're gonna find the most you're not gonna find people that are just like totally angry. They'll probably give more valid criticism. So when I really want to know about something, I go to the 3-star reviews. Let me know if any of you guys are like this too. But this review is called Stems. This person says, great brush, but the only problem I have with it is the stems pushes into the brush. I think what they mean are the actual bristles that push into the brush. And I feel like that is a fair criticism because that's the one reason why I don't currently have a wet brush, is that the bristles do eventually tear up because it's a soft and flexible brush and you have to buy a replacement. So wet brush is definitely a brush that if you're gonna, if you love them, you have to buy another one. Like it's almost like a somewhat disposable product. So this is a pretty fair criticism of it. I don't know if I give it 3 stars though, but okay. Okay, real subscribers only. What's my favorite clarifying shampoo? Okay, so I use Kinky Curly Come Clean. I have been using it for years. I have recently purchased some other clarifying shampoos that I'm enjoying, but my favorite clarifier is Kinky Curly Come Clean, and I have been using it for years. I buy a bottle every year. It takes me a long time to use it. I love it. So of course, I knew that this one would probably have some terrible reviews. So I've got one. This is 1 star. And its title is called Increased Hair Fall with Just a Couple of Washes. Good lather, cut through the oil in my hair pretty nicely, but didn't leave a residue or leave it squeaky clean, which I liked. However, using this shampoo has made my hair fall worse. Immediately during the hair wash, as well as subsequently during the week, switched back to my previous shampoo and my hair fall is back to moderate again. Clearly this shampoo doesn't work for me. Wow. I'm thinking maybe they're sensitive to something in the ingredients to make their hair fall out. I've not experienced any hair fall issues. I mean, I think we can say that there's plenty of hair on this scalp, man, because if you part my hair, you can't even see the scalp unless you intentionally make a part, right? So I don't know. This looks like they're probably sensitive to an ingredient, which is good that they stopped using it, because some folks will keep using stuff. At least they paid attention to their hair, they stopped using it, and they went back to whatever they were using before. Here's another one. This review is called There's Better. 1 star. This made my hair very clean, but I started losing a lot more hair than I normally do. Would not recommend to anyone. Again, someone else is losing their hair. So I think maybe there's an ingredient in here that people are sensitive to. But yeah, I don't think that would be the case for everyone. Because I know of plenty of people who use this incident free and they're not losing their hair. So keeping with the theme of shampoos, there's another shampoo that I like, and that is the GVP Hydrating Shampoo. It is a very creamy lather, like a buttery lather. It's a more moisturizing shampoo, but still cleanses the hair very well. I like it. I have purchased a couple of bottles of it. But of course, naturally, let's see what the reviews are saying. 1 star. Not hydrating at all. Based on the rave reviews, I went ahead and purchased this. So glad I followed up with a deep conditioner because it left my hair feeling like straw. Will be returning it. I feel like a shampoo is supposed to clean your hair. I mean, I don't know. I definitely think this is a more cleansing shampoo. And so I wouldn't consider it to be like a moisturizing shampoo. It definitely is going to clean your hair. This one, 1 star. Do not buy. Not worth the money. Feels like extreme dry hair after conditioner. Very cheap quality feeling. Nothing like Biolage like it's stated on the website. That was similar. Only smells like it. I have not tried Biolage. I will not try Biolage Matrix because they do support animal testing and stuff like that. However, again, it's a pretty cleansing shampoo. I wouldn't call it, it's not clarifying or anything like that, but it's supposed to clean your hair. So I don't know. They were like their hair was extremely dry. I don't know. Maybe it's people that wash their hair more than once a week. And so it's over cleansing and they just think that their hair is like real. I don't know, child. I can't even figure it out. Okay, so this one is another favorite of mine. It's a deep conditioner this time. So this is the Mixed Chicks deep conditioner. I have purchased this many times over the years. I've even purchased the salon size, which took me 3,000 years to use. But needless to say, I like the little pear scents. I like the slip it has. I think it is a great conditioner. So here's a 3-star review, and the title is not CG approved. Already when I read the title, I'm like, people with the curly girl method, the method is valid. Okay, it's saying don't use stuff that's not water soluble that will build up on your hair, so that you can then use more gentle cleansers and all this kind of stuff. It's like a system. But I feel like a lot of people, there's something broken in that level of communication. Maybe, you know, as someone said online, they were like, these people ain't never read the Curly Girl Method. They probably haven't read the book. I do own the book, actually. I own the version of the book that actually talks about type 4 hair, because there is 2 versions of the book, the old one and then the more recent one. And so, yeah, I've actually read it. I feel like a lot of people have not read it and they just go overboard with it and they're like avoiding cones like they're evil, when the whole point is that the cones, if not removed properly with the shampoo, will build up. That's what they're saying, but I don't think people are hearing that. But anyway, I digress. Let's get into the review. Read the reviews and tried this on my daughter's thick curly hair. We ended up with lots of frizz and not much hydration, even after using lots of product. Now that we're doing CG method, we know why. There's a silicone in the product and it builds up. Clarifying and deep conditioning gets her hair back to where she wants it to be. Won't be finishing this one. My biggest thing is this product is very high quality. I think it's rather concentrated. I think that you need to add water to your hair when you're using this. I find that I don't use very much of it at all. That's why I was like, why the heck did I buy this salon size? This is too much product. Because you can get by. So I feel kind of like some type of way that they put so much product on this girl's hair, when with some water it's enough. One of my former students just biked by. She's very sweet. Love that girl. But anyway, you don't need to use a whole lot of this product. So I feel like they just piled it on, and that's why they didn't feel like it did much, because it was so much product on the hair that they were trying to be, it was counterproductive, because then they had to remove all the product residue. And they talk about the silicone in it. Let me look up the ingredients. Let me get my iPad. Come on, iPad girl. Let's get the ingredients, because I need to know. Mixed Chicks deep conditioner ingredients. Come through Ulta.com. Yeah. Okay, let me look at these ingredients, because, child, I should have thought to look at this. So they're saying ingredients. Open up. Open. Okay. Water, cetyl alcohol. Okay. The A cone. Okay, that's a cone that does not build up on itself. If that's what we're talking about, the silicone. That's one that has been shown not to build up on itself, and it easily removes from the hair. And I believe that is the only silicone that I see. Oh wait, there's another one. Alpha isomethylene. No, I don't think that's a cone. I'm not sure. I have to run it through the ingredients checker that I sometimes use. It's like a curly girl method thing. I don't use it for curly girl method. I use it because it will put info about the ingredients. But I guess we're talking about that cone, as some people call it, the A cone. And that cone does not build up on itself. So you would not get buildup from that. I think their buildup came from the fact that they used too much product. That was probably the issue there. Okay, this one says 3 stars. Okay. This was okay and not bad for the price. I wouldn't recommend detangling with this in your hair because it's so thick. Again, add water. Add water. I detangle with this like a dream. What do you mean you don't recommend detangling? It is great. So again, this is someone who put a lot of this to slap the product on their hair, and they're not able to detangle their hair because it's so much product and it's so thick. Add water. Y'all listen, I'm gonna link it right now because I know that some people may come across this video and they're like, what's she talking about? I'm gonna link my deep conditioning routine up here. No, I don't actively deep condition my hair, but I do use deep conditioners, and there's a way that I apply them so that I don't use a lot of product and I can get slip with even a thick product. So I'm definitely linking that because some people need it. I had to include this one because it's a favorite of mine that I actually know what the complaints are because people have left these complaints in my comments. And that's Paul Mitchell, the conditioner. If you are an avid user of this product, you know what the complaints are as well. But I got several reviews for you. So this one's 3 stars. Product works fine, but the smell is not for me. The review is just one line. It says, the product works fine, but it, to me, smells like home bug/insect repellents. It kind of has like a musky, masculine smell. Like maybe like a men's aftershave or cologne. Home insect repellent? I don't know about that. I like, did you get a bad batch? Okay, 3 stars. This leave-in provides ... This leave-in provides so much slip to my kinky hair. It makes detangling much easier when saturated over my damp/wet hair. The only negative is I think it's made with several silicones because when it dries, it leaves a greasy film on my hair that sheds light blue flakes. Great detangling, but I'm not going to leave something in that makes me look like my fresh hair is dirty. Paul Mitchell Original, the conditioner leave-in moisturizer. Oh, I don't know why they wrote that on the end of the review. Okay, look. To me, it sounds like this person is putting a lot of product. When I use leave-ins, I don't really use a lot. This is a kind of slippery leave-in that, you know, even if you don't add water to your hair like I do, you're going to get good coverage with this. And so you don't need a lot of it. It usually takes me a while to go through the entire container of this stuff, but I think that this person applied enough to be able to detangle their hair because I definitely would use more if I was trying to detangle my hair. So they applied it, got the slip for detangling, and then I think they're trying to leave in that much product. That's way too much of this product. And then it flakes blue flakes because it's a blue product and you've put so much that it dries and it's still blue because you didn't work it in. So it's going to flake blue flakes. So yeah, definitely not. I always think this person should probably detangle their hair with a regular conditioner or some kind of other conditioner and then just apply the leave-in as a light leave-in only, not a lot of product, so they won't get these nasty blue flakes because this product definitely is toothpaste blue. I couldn't imagine caking that much on my hair. Okay, this one, 3 stars. It's not as ... It's not as conditioning as I like. I need a stronger and thicker conditioner. I would prefer a deep conditioner. My thinking here is I noticed in a lot of reviews, I think people were trying to use this product like a regular conditioner. I don't think people understood that it was a leave-in conditioner. I was 1 or 2 reviews where they were like, I found out that this wasn't a rinse out conditioner as many other people and blah, blah, blah. So I think that's what's going on because they're saying they would prefer a deep conditioner. And you can't really compare a leave-in to a deep conditioner. Those are 2 different things. So I'm thinking that that's what it is. It's not a very strong or thick conditioner because it's not intended to be used that way. And so then people are finding that they're having to put a whole lot on it and then you get the blue flakes like the last person. So I think, and it seemed to be that was prevalent on Ulta where I got this particular review from because I had to get these reviews from different places. A lot of people on Ulta didn't understand that this is a leave-in conditioner. And then there was a lot of people who just didn't like the way it smelled. Okay guys, so I'm not currently using Wetline. I have used Wetline a lot over the years, so I know a lot about Wetline usage. So I decided to put it in here. And I got a couple of reviews for Wetline. This review is called Just Know. Just Know. 1 star. This left my hair hard and very frizzy. I'm not sure if it did not agree with my 4C curl pattern or high porosity hair, but this was a no for me. I'm wondering here how your hair could be hard, indicating that you've put a lot of product, but it's frizzy. This indicates to me that the person probably is lacking a little bit in wash and go technique. Because if they had a little bit more technique to their wash and go, they probably would have distributed this product through a little bit more evenly, and they probably wouldn't have used as much product, and their hair probably wouldn't be frizzy. So I'm just kind of wondering, you know, the hair is hard, but it's frizzy. So it seems like you just slapped it on. Then they probably didn't work it through. There is a technique and a skill to the wash and go that I think some people are not ready to talk about. They just think you slap product on. No, there is levels to this. You need to learn how to do the wash and go, how to finesse it. So yeah. All right, this one, flaky. I tried to get reviews that talked about flakes because I've heard this a lot about Wetline. 2 stars. Love the amount of hold. Was able to achieve the sleek look on my natural hair. Will not be purchasing again to its flakiness. Does not mix well with anything else you have in your hair. Once you comb your hair out, it literally leaves flakes that look like clumps of dirt after about 3 days. Now this one I picked because I hear a lot of people brag that Wetline goes with just about anything. You can put just about any leave-in in your collection under Wetline and it's not going to flake. Since I've used Wetline for such a long time, over the years I have used all types of leave-in. The Paul Mitchell leave-in we just talked about, Not Sauce, Giovanni Direct. I've used a lot of different leave-ins underneath this gel and none of them have flaked. Though I've heard people talking about flaking. I think that may have to do with, again, product ratios, how much of the product you're using. If you're working the product in thoroughly, I think that will affect flakes. And I think that may be what's happening. And they say once you comb your hair out, are you combing out your wash and go? I don't know if we should be combing out our wash and go because you're going to get flakes if you do that, especially if you use a hard hold product. Like if I comb this hair, because I use a really light hold gel, because I'm taking advantage of the low dew points outside right now. Taking advantage. Come on, fluffy 3-day hair, and it still looked the same way when I started. Bless it. I could comb this out, but I would not dare comb out no Wetline. Even if it had softened at the end of the week, I wouldn't comb it out. So I don't know about that one. Now, this one was very interesting. This one says 2 stars, just okay. 3C 4A hair and the first day paired with Paul Mitchell. This was amazing. Y'all know why I picked this one, right? Every day after that was terrible. I wonder, how did you preserve your hair? Did you set it in a firm wash and go to where it could last the next couple of days? Or did you set it and it was fluffy and beautiful day 1, because we know we love the day 3 hair, we love the day 4 hair. I know it. I know what the naturals love. We love the older hair. Y'all, when I film my videos, I usually film with older hair because I know it looks good on camera, okay? Except for this. This is the fluffy wash and go that looked good on day 1. Okay, so anyways, like I'm just kind of wondering here, did they get the beautiful wash and go on day 1? Because beautiful wash and goes on day 1 don't last throughout the week. That's just what I'm wondering, okay? This video would not be complete without Obia Curly Enhancing Custard. Y'all know that's my baby. Y'all watch me buy 4 of them in a Black Friday haul. I love this custard, okay? So I definitely had to do some reviews for this one. First one, 1 star. Worst custard I've ever used! Exclamation. This product does not even deserve a star. I seen people rave about this product, so I thought I'd try it. It made my hair drier than usual, knotted and separated my entire head of curls, and I have 3C curls. How dare it knot up the 3C curls? How dare? Ever wish you could have an excuse to leave work because your hair is a hot, nasty mess? Well then, don't buy this product or else you'll be needing that excuse. That review tickled me. I'm like, dang, and how dare it hurt the 3C curls? Girl, I don't know. I feel like this person wanted it to be more like a custardy custard and more like a cream. This is a styler. This bad boy acts like a gel. It has xanthan gum in it. It's a gel. It looks like a cream in the container. It's a gel. Treat it as such. It will not moisturize your hair. It will not. Let me tell you, it's a gel. I don't care what they say on the front. It's a custard, whatever. It's a gel. Okay, I usually use a leave-in under it, which is funny. You would think a custard leave-in would destroy custard, right? I can use Paul Mitchell the conditioner underneath Obia custard, and it looks like I used Wetline Extreme or some really hard hold gel. Treat this bad boy like a gel. 1 star. Horrible. It was snotty, like a shell. I think that means a snail. But smell seemed like a shampoo. Nice slip, but flake city. I put this on soaking wet hair and my hair bubbled up like it was shampoo. Had to rewash. I picked this one because I'm confused. If you've ever used the custard, you know the texture. The texture they're describing is not it. And this review is from their official Amazon store. I don't do Amazon. I don't link Amazon in my description box unless it is the official storefront, meaning Obia them is putting it in the box and sending it to you, or Obia them putting the box, sending it to Amazon, and Amazon is sending it to you. I only do official retailers. So this review is from the official retailer that I have purchased from. And so it's weird. They said snotty. This product is not snotty at all. And then they said it smells like a shampoo. It doesn't. And then they said it bubbled on their hair. I'm confused. I think maybe they were sent the wrong product, or maybe they left the review in the wrong place. So I had to include this one because I'm just confused. I don't know what's going on in this review. Okay, this one's really long, but y'all, 2 stars. Works fine as a curl smoothie type product for type 4 hair, but it has a, all caps, stench. Ooh, that word caught my attention. This worked well as a moisturizer. It's less like a gel custard, like Kinky Curly Curling Custard. That will give great definition and hold if you're a coarse type 4 girl like me, and more like a curl enhancing pudding or curl smoothie. It works well enough to hold moisture. In terms of functionality, it kind of reminds me of Eden's Body Works Coconut Curl Cream. So function wise, I would give it a 3.5 to 4.5. Anyway, I give it 2 stars because the product smells revolting. But by far the worst smelling product I have ever tried. And I tried a lot of brands. From Shea Moisture to Maui Moisture to Eden's Body Works to Curls to Kinky Curly and etc. This stuff smells so bad that I didn't want to leave it in my hair. It reminds me of an old food kind of smell. Like slightly sugary food that went bad in the fridge. It wasn't even expired. That was just the smell. Now they give a very thorough review about how the product compares to other stuff and everything. They are really in it, y'all. They are thorough. And then, though, they go into the stench. Now, I will say that the smell of this product is not my favorite. To me, it smells like a baby wipe or some type of baby powder or something like that. A baby product of some type. And it doesn't stink to me. It just irritates my eyes, though. So I typically air dry the bulk of the way when I use this product, and then sit on the hair dryer when I'm almost done, because otherwise it will mix with the heat of the dryer and get in my eyes and really irritate me. So, but it doesn't stink like spoiled sweet food. Like, I don't know. I think maybe the product was off, or they got the wrong product or something, because I don't think everybody's going to like every scent, and some people are going to think it stinks, but this description doesn't really seem to go with the product, and I have used countless jars of this stuff since I have discovered it, and it's never smelled like that to me. Does anyone else think that it smells like that? Because maybe I'm just lost. Okay? I don't know. If you are not quite ready to leave my channel, I'm going to let YouTube recommend a video here and a video here, because listen, I got plenty of natural hair content up on here, and I know you ain't seen everything. You ain't seen everything. Subscribe, because I post videos every week, and I will talk to you in the next one.